Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Russ, and on this channel we talk about Jeeps and all things off-road vehicle-based adventure. Now, if you're into that kind of thing, you're going to want to stick around because today we're going to be talking about something that I've been hearing a lot about in the Jeep clubs recently, and that is communication on the trail. Stick around. So recently, I was going through the Jeep Club page in the Asheville Jeep Club, and I saw somebody post asking where they could get a CB antenna installed or a CB installed. And to be honest, my recommendation right back was, hey, CBs are kind of old school. They're kind of going out of style. Most individual groups and clubs are going with GMRS. Now, there's GMRS, there's FRS, there's the CB stuff, and then there's ham. Ham radios obviously require a license. FRS requires a license that's free because of the wattage. And then you have FRS, which is Family Radio Service, and that's completely free. All of that being said, guys, FRS and GMRS radios are definitely the way to go. More GMRS than anything else. And the reason why that is simply because it's portable, it's easy, they're inexpensive, and they are incredibly reliable on the trail. So every single time I go on the trail, whether I'm by myself or I have a group of people, I always bring some handheld radios. This one in particular is from Midland. It is an X-Talker, the XT. I think it's 75, I don't know what it is, but they're awesome. These are like I think 5 watts, maybe even 3 or 5 watts, I can't remember, but they have like a 3 to 5 mile range depending on the terrain that you're wheeling in. They're super clear, they're super loud, there's very little, if any, interference ever, other than maybe somebody being on the same channel you are that's kind of within your range. But I highly recommend taking these out on the trail with you, whether you're by yourself or with a group. But the reason why I'm not going to recommend a CB is because, first off, they are expensive, right? And nobody hardly uses them. You've got to run a whole bunch of cables and things. You've got to tune the antenna almost perfectly in a wide open area in order to get the same or even relative range as a GMRS radio. That's why I carry the handhelds. But I want to show you something today that all the guys that I wheel with, we've all kind of moved over to that. We still carry the handhelds for when we get out of the vehicle and need to spot somebody. But we've stuck with Midland, but we went with an almost portable option, but it's 15 watts of power, super clear, and all of these work with it. So it's fantastic. Let's get into that. We have all moved over to this right here, if you guys can see it. This is the Midland. It's the MXT 275. It is awesome. The speakers on the bottom is super loud, and it's not as convenient as the handhelds. However, I'm going to show you how I keep it portable. It's not mounted up or anything. It's powered by, you can charge it by USB-C, which is awesome. There's a cable extension if you want to run that. It's powered through your the cigarette lighter in your vehicle, which is really cool. And it comes with an antenna that's magnetic, so you can put it on the outside of your vehicle. So you're going to have a little bit less interference, and it's really easy to run. So I'm going to show you how I run that in my rig, and then I'll show you the kind of the volume differences maybe. But anyway, let's get to it. Let me show you. This is the unit itself right here. I just set it down on a little towel right there, and it sits just perfect. It comes down, the cable comes down, and I've got it mounted up right here on this little guy. I run the power down to the cigarette lighter, and then all of the cable for the extra or the extra cable for the antenna, it's magnetic, and it's right there on the outside if you can see it, but maybe not. I'll show you a different picture. But I just run that through, set it there in kind of this little container thing that I have by the handle. And man, this thing is absolutely crazy loud and crazy awesome. And yeah, I can set this whole thing up. It's not a permanent install. It's something that, you know, I keep in another bag. And I can just throw it together when I'm on the trail real fast. And I know I'm never going to run out of battery or anything like that, because again, it plugs into the port or plugs into the cigarette lighter. And this is what all the guys are using. It's so much louder. It's so much more convenient than having a handheld rolling around, because I do not have a handheld mount, which you can buy those. That's totally fine. But anyway, I'm going to break this down and then I'll show you exactly how fast it is for me to set this thing up and get rolling. All right, guys, here it is. This is, I keep it in my old DeWalt sander bag just for some organization. But first thing I do, obviously I've got the actual handheld piece. That's going to go right there. Second thing, piece of power. That's going to get plugged into my cigarette lighter down here. Then I have the unit itself, and I do keep the antenna already screwed into the back of it, so that's no big deal. But here's the cable. I've got the antenna, which is right here. I just run that around to the outside and put it on the cowl. Run it through right there because there's a nice soft gasket. All the extra wire goes right here into that. And then the unit itself, I'm going to put up here, right in the power cord underneath this vector bar. And there you go. The unit goes there. Power gets connected by this little dude. Connect it up. Tuck that behind there and then plug in the unit itself. Seriously, it's that fast, and I have way better volume on the actual mic itself or on the unit itself than I do with the handhelds. And I still have the handhelds here with me just in case I need to get out of the vehicle or somebody else needs to spot me. I can throw them a radio. But yeah, this Midland unit is badass. Okay, so as you can see, that unit was very, very, very easy and fast to set up, and oh my gosh, the benefits are amazing. I still have a handheld right here, and so while I have you here in the vehicle or in the Jeep, I'm going to test the audio on volume 4, right? So it goes all the way up to 10. This is 4 from a handheld to this one. I'm going to hope that there's not going to be a whole lot of interference since I'm so close, but this is the audio test. This is the audio test with the 275 unit. All of the sound is coming from the 275 unit. Okay, now I'm going to turn that off and let you listen to what it's like when you actually have another handheld in the vehicle. So now I have 2 of these handhelds. I'm going to put one pretty far over here just so I don't get interference, but it should be really close to the microphone anyway. So this is just another handheld. This is just another handheld. This is just another handheld. So you can probably see or tell there's a big difference when it comes to being able to hear on the trail with the 275. And to be honest, it takes less than a minute really to set up and get rolling. It doesn't have to be permanently mounted. So I highly, highly recommend getting the Midland 275. I think it's a wonderful unit, and I think it's like $115 or something like that with the extra range antenna. So yeah, that's my recommendation. That's my recommendation, like I said, for trail communications. I don't recommend you get a CB. So it's just nobody really uses them anymore, and the communication isn't really reliable. So go with a really good GMRS radio. Handheld is great. I've ran them for a very long time, and they're really great to have for other people that you bring with you on the trail that maybe didn't bring a radio, because I know some of you still go out there and wheel and don't take a radio with you. So shame on you. Get a GMRS. It's super easy. But anyway, if you like videos like this, or if you like this video, make sure to like it. If you like content about Jeeps and everything off-road vehicle-based adventure, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And again, thank you to all of you who have recently subscribed on the channel. I really appreciate it. We are rocking right on past that 1,000 subscribers now, and I am absolutely thrilled by it. So thank you very much. And until next time, I really hope you're living life adventurously, and I will see you on the trail.